welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I wanted to create a makeup look. It's not really so much about the makeup look, it's more so about the brushes. Now I recently ordered the L'Oreal's favorite brush set from Morphe, and I also picked up a couple of brushes that I personally love. I can't seem to do my makeup without these brushes. And I also picked up the Morphe Highlight and Contour Beauty Sponge. I would not be using the sponge for contouring or highlighting. I'm not sure. We'll see how this one goes. But the main focus of this video will be about all the brushes. So I know many people already purchased these brushes and it's been sold out so many times and restocked so many times. So in the makeup pouch you get 11 brushes. So I will go through these brushes one by one and explain to you what they're specifically for, although L'Oreal already made a whole video about these. But I just wanted to create a look using these specific brushes and just see if you actually get a beautiful specific look with these brushes. I hope that makes sense. In my mind it does. Another thing that I wanted to address was that the set that I got, it was a little bit faulty. You're supposed to get one R39, but instead I got two R39. So the brush that is actually missing would be the R36 in my set. So the brush is actually used for highlighting. But since I already had a Morphe M501 brush, it's sort of similar to this. The length of it is similar. The hair bristles is actually white, not black. But nonetheless, they both look identical. The only difference is the hair. So the first brush is the Y6. This is L'Oreal's favorite brush for foundation. She did mention it was her favorite brush for quite a while. That's why I had ordered my own one before. Now I have a second one. So this one she uses to apply the foundation with, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stick to it and apply the foundation with it. The second brush would be the Y11, which is this one. I don't own this one, so I'm sort of excited to use this one. So this one you would actually use for packing on and applying setting powder, but it's also used for contouring as well. So the next brush would be an R36, and since I don't have that one, I will be substituting it for the M501, which is, as I mentioned, the same. So the next brush in her set would be the M250-1. This brush is actually used for eyeliner. I've had many eyeliner brushes, and the thing about it is I'm not so much a fan of applying the gel liner. If you've seen my past videos, you do know I'm a 100% fan of the Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper, but I will be using this one just to see if it really applies the eyeliner the way I want it to. So the next brush on the list would be the M537. This one you would actually use it for the transition shade, to blend out that transition and make it all smooth and not harsh. So that's the M573. Okay, so the next brush on the list is the M536. Now this is the brush that L'Oreal herself created, and she basically used this brush for the concealer, to apply concealer under the eye area, and also use it to set the under eye area with setting powder. The bristle is very dense, so you should be able to pack on powder nicely and neatly and blend it out smoothly. This brush is actually synthetic here. So the next brush on the list would be the E4. Now I've seen her use this brush for blush, and this one is made out of synthetic here as well. So I will be using this one specifically for blush. Okay, so the next brush up on the list will be the R14, and this one is actually used to give you precise contouring. You can also use this one to bronze up your skin. This one is actually made out of natural hair, guys. I'm not a total fan of natural hair. I prefer synthetic hair than natural hair. So I will be using this one for not really contouring, because since I don't really contour all that much, I like bronzing. So I'll basically be using this one for bronzing. Okay, so the next one on the list would be the R39, and as I mentioned earlier, I did get two of these. So this one is actually used for applying the eyeshadow in the crease area and blending out the crease area as well. This one is made out of natural hair as well. So the next brush up on the list would be the E36, and this is basically a pencil brush, guys. You can also use this to apply color in the inner corner of the eye area, or you can use it to highlight. I prefer using this brush to apply color to my lower lashes, but since it says for inner corner, I'll also be using this one. Now this brush is actually one of my favorite brushes, and that's why I ordered a second one. I actually bought one previously, and I do like this for, as I said, applying color to the lower lash line. And when I ordered this brush set, I actually picked up another one because it's that good. I really love this brush. So the final brush in the set is the M421, and this one is actually used for applying concealer, mainly cleaning up the eyebrow areas like when you do your eyebrows, and you can also use it to cut your crease area. These brushes are actually very good. I have a similar brush to this one. It did not come from Morphe, is it? Oh, actually it is from Morphe, and it is one of my favorite brushes. So I have a second one now. An extra brush that I ordered from Morphe was the E17, and this is actually one of my favorite brushes as well, guys. I really do love this brush for blending out the crease area and you know, like applying color and blending it out, so much that I actually bought a previous one. This one did not come in the set. This is just a separate purchase. And finally, guys, the case that it came in is so beautiful. It's sort of like leather, but it's not really leather. I know it's not really leather, but it's really beautiful. It's very soft, and you can actually throw this in your purse, or you can actually fill it with not brushes, but you know, you can actually use this for your makeup. So I give you guys a little rundown of the brushes. So with that said, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead now and use all these brushes to apply my makeup. Okay guys, so I have all my brushes in front of me ready, and I will actually be going in with my brush since it's already cleaned. I cleaned it already, but you know, it still has some foundation stain on there. So yeah, so I'm just gonna put aside the new one since it's the same thing. I'm also gonna put aside the extra R39 and the other two that I purchased because I already have these. Okay, so now I'm just gonna start creating my look, and what I'm gonna use is the Patrick Star collection, guys. I know I did not use this makeup as yet, and I really wanted to use this, so I'm basically using this collection for this look, although as I mentioned, it's about the brushes, not the makeup look. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and start applying some primer to my face. And first off, I'm gonna apply some of this Farsali Unicorn Essence. So I'm gonna apply some on my forehead, some on my cheek, on my nose, just one drop there. Okay. Now this is feeling very tacky, so I kind of like it and I kind of don't like it. So I'm just gonna go in with some more primer, and this one here I'm using is the YSL Touche Cloth Blur Primer. I like using this primer, guys, because it feels so silicone-y, and I love silicone primers, guys. It just makes my makeup goes on a lot more smoother, feels a lot more softer on the skin. I just like the way how the foundation sits on my skin with this primer. So next I'm gonna go in and color correct, and since her set does not come with a brush, I honestly like using my Sigma P88 brush, and I like using this brush specifically for color correcting. So I'm just gonna go in here with my Makeup Forever color correcting palette in shade 40, and I'm just going to color correct these dark circles under my eye. I can't seem to do makeup without color correcting these dark circles, guys. I have to, it's a must. And some on my forehead where I think I have a little bit darkness, and my cheek area. Okay, so after color correcting, next I'm going to go in and apply some foundation, and for that I'm going to go in with my Hourglass Vanish Foundation Stick in Amber, and I really like this foundation, guys. The thing about this is you have to use the right primer for this. I think the Blur Primer works perfectly with this. So for the brush, I'm going to go in with the Y6 and blend this foundation out. We all know how perfect this brush blends the foundation out, especially thicker foundation like this one. I feel that sometimes it kind of erases the foundation a bit, like it just removes too much, but it's not that bad. As you can see, guys, see, it kind of erases the foundation a bit, but you can always go back in with a little bit and just touch up where you need more coverage. And of course, whatever is on my brush, I like to just bring it down my neck. So next I'm going to go in with concealer, and I'm going to use two concealer, guys. I'm going to use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer for coverage, and then I'm going to apply on top the Sephora Bright Future Gel Serum just to brighten. For me personally, I like using a beauty blender or beauty sponge. This one is actually perfect. This is the Fenty Beauty sponge. I like the way how it's flat on the top and it's like sharply cut on one side. So this works actually perfect for me for blending out the concealer under the eye area. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna go in with the M536 that Laura Lee created. So I'm just gonna go in and apply some concealer and some on my forehead, down my nose, and on my chin. And then I'm just gonna go in with the Bright Future Gel Serum and apply some just over top so I can get some brightness. Okay, and now I'm gonna go in with her brush and blend this out. And I am liking this brush so far. It really is blending out the concealer nicely. I hope that I can get coverage, just so that the concealer can remain and cover these dark circles. I'm just going to take whatever is on the brush and apply it to my eyelids. I like using a beauty sponge because I get that nice smooth effect, and it's not really like the brush already took up a lot of the concealer, guys. You see that? Okay, so I'm just going to blend out the rest on my forehead, and I like it for blending out the forehead area. It's nice. Yep, it's perfect. Down my nose. Yep, it's perfect here as well. I really do like this brush for blending the concealer area out, guys. It's really nice. So next I would normally go in with my setting powder, and I'm just going to stick to my favorite, the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I'm going to go in with the Y11, guys, and apply the setting powder to the under eye area. I'm going to stamp this onto the under eye area. The bristles is actually bending as I'm moving this around, and it's very nice. I really do love this brush, and you can set the eyelid area quickly. I am in love with this set. I think this will make my process of applying makeup a lot easier, but the only thing is there's lots of powder everywhere. Yeah, so next I'm gonna go in and set the rest of my face, and since she did not provide a face powder brush, I'm just gonna go in with this one by Morphe. It's the E3. This is one of my favorite brush for applying the all over powder, and the powder that I'm going to use is the Hourglass Veil Setting Powder. So I'm just going to go in and dab some of that all over and blend this around my face. So next I'm going to go in and complete my eyebrows. I'm just going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow powder in Ebony, and I'm just going to go quickly, guys, and complete my eyebrows off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so brows are on, so I'm just going to continue on, and for bronzer, I'm going to use none other than the Wet n Wild Contour Palette. And for that, I'm going to use the R14, guys. This seems a little bit too rounded, so I just need to kind of, you know, spread it out a little bit for bronzing, that is. Although it's a contour brush, but as I mentioned, I don't contour all that much. Bronze, I like bronzing. That's not working. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with the powder, pick up a little bit onto the brush, and I'm going to start contouring. Contour these cheekbones, the jawline, and it is working nicely for this purpose, guys. I like to apply extra amount right here because I think I'm getting that extra double chin that I don't like. This brush is shedding. You see that? And normally my favorite brush for blush, it's the number 4 brush by Chanel. This is actually the perfect brush for me, guys. But I need to try this brush that was provided for blush. It's the E4, and it's very nice and soft. So I'm gonna go in with the Patrick Starr and MAC collab in Take Me Home. So I'm basically picking up some of the darker color first. Yes, again, here's another brush. I think I'm in love with this brush. In comparison to my Chanel brush, I think I'm liking this one. I think I'm liking it because of the angle. It's actually easier to place in the pan, and then it's easier to apply. And actually it can also give you that sharp angle with the brush. See that? I think this is another brush that I'm gonna love. Okay, so for highlight now, as I mentioned, I will be going in with my own brush since I was not provided one. Thank you, Morphe. Oh, so I'm just gonna go in with my Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter in Molten Gold 100 and apply some highlighter all over, especially above the eyebrow area. So I can't really compare the brush that I was supposed to get to this one, although it's the same, guys. It's just the bristles are different, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna apply the highlighter the same way. So I'm just applying some on my chin, down my nose. Okay, so next I'm gonna start on the eyes now, and I'm just gonna go in with the MAC and Patrick Star collab, and this is what the palette looks like. Everybody is quite familiar with the palette already. It's just me, I'm lapsing. Okay, so first off I need to go in with a transition shade, so I'm just going to pick up some of this color right here, and it's the Makeup Forever M650. I'm gonna go in with the M537 brush from the set. Just gonna pick up a little bit of this color. It does pick up a lot, so I'm just gonna go in and apply this shade to my crease area. This is my transition shade, and the brush does feel soft, guys. It feels nice on the eyelids. It's, you know, it's not too bristly feeling like stiff. It's very nice and soft. It's blending the transition shade nicely. This brush actually, it fits beautifully into the socket area of the eye because the shape of it, it sweeps the eyeshadow across the crease area beautifully. Okay, so next I'm just gonna go back into the same palette, and this is the M664 shade. I'm just gonna go back in with the same brush, and I'm just gonna lightly pick up some of that onto the tip of the brush, guys, the tip area. I'm just gonna go into directly into the crease now and apply this shade just to get a little bit more definition into the crease area. And again, with this brush, because it's so tapered, it fits beautifully into that deep socket area. I need to go in with some of my own brushes because this set did not come with a lot of eyeshadow brushes, guys. So I'm just gonna go in with my MAC 239. I'm not too sure where to start. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with this color right here, the lightest color in the palette. I'm gonna apply this to the inner 1/3 of my eye. With this palette, guys, there's only so many looks you can create, so I'm not following anybody else's tutorial. I'm just winging this, you know, as the way I see fit with the eyeshadows. So next I'm gonna go in with the R39, and I'm going to pick up some of this deeper burgundy color, and I'm gonna apply that to the outer crease area. And again, this brush is a little bit more stiffer, guys, so it's actually applying the eyeshadow very nicely to the crease area, in that it's very specific in that way where you can actually tilt it on the side and blend, or you can tilt it on the flat side and apply the eyeshadow to the crease area. So I'm just twisting the brush and applying it to the crease, and then apply the flat side to the lid. You can actually use this brush too, guys, to create that sort of winged out eyeshadow look, which is how I've been wearing my makeup lately, guys. I really like that sort of winged out eyeshadow look, so it's great for that. Next I'm gonna go in with one of my own brushes, and this is the MAC 242 brush. I'm just gonna go in and pick up some of this pink shade, and I'm going to basically connect the two right here and just drag it a little bit over the deeper pink burgundy-ish color, whatever color that is. So I'm just gonna go back in with the same brush I used for the first shade. I don't want to lose color. Okay, so for the lower lash line, I'm just gonna go in with the same palette, and I'm gonna pick up the blue shade. Okay, so as I mentioned, I like to go in with the E36. I like to use this as my pencil brush. So I'm just going to pick up some of that blue shade lightly and run this on my lower lash line. Do you see why it is I like this brush for that purpose? Okay, so next I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Still Kiss Me eye pencil in Cobalt Blue. I want to brighten up this lower lash line even more with the eye pencil. This is very bright, very blue. So I'm just gonna go back in with my E36, but this is my one, guys, since the other one already has blue on it. I'm just gonna go back in with M664 just to soften this blue. So next I'm gonna go in with my L'Oreal Infallible Matte eye pencil, This is just black, guys. I'm just gonna go in and tightline my upper lash line. Okay guys, so the final step is a gel eyeliner, and I'm gonna use the Morphe M250-1 eyeliner brush, and I'm just gonna go in with my Sigma gel liner, the wicked gel liner. I always have problems using gel liner, guys. Any liner in the pot I always have problems with. I'm not sure if it's a brush, but we shall see. So as usual, I'm having problems with the eyeliner. So maybe I'm thinking it's the gel liner, but this brush is working perfectly because I think the brush is a little bit stiffer than the ones I own. So not bad, not bad. So what I'm thinking, guys, it's my gel liner. I think it's probably old. I think it has to do with the gel liner, the consistency of the gel liner, in that my gel liner is getting a little bit old. And of course the brush, because this brush is actually a lot stiffer than the ones that I own, guys. So I think that has a big part to do in the application of the gel liner. As usual, I'm just gonna go in with my Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper and clean up and sharpen up and, you know, create that wing. Next, I'm just gonna finish up the face. I need some highlighter, so I'm just gonna use my own shader brush, and this one is by Sigma. This is the E47 brush. I like using this to highlight the eyebrow area and also the inner corners. Okay, next I'm just gonna go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Clay Eyebrow Gel, and of course I need to set my eyebrows. And for eyelashes, I'm gonna go in with these two mascara. This one is the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lashes. I'm gonna use this for my lower lashes, and then I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Big Shot Mascara for the upper lashes. I actually want to go in with the Benefit Bad Girl Bang Mascara, and I'm just gonna go over the top lashes with this, just to give it a little bit more volume, a lot more bang, basically. Lately I have been doubling up on my mascara, like, you know, using two different mascaras, just so I can get a lot more, you know, a lot more. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the bottom lashes with the MAC Extended Play, just to define the lower lashes like a lot more definition. Wow, look at those bottom lashes, guys. It's seriously defined. That lower lashes is very, very beautiful. Okay, and for the lips now, I'm gonna go in with the ones by MAC and Patrick Star, and the lipstick is in the shade Hey Boy Hey, and the lip gloss is in the shade, I'm not too sure this shade, guys. Okay, so for the lip line, I'm just gonna go in with this one by MAC, and it's the lip pencil in magenta. Just gonna apply some lipstick. Beautiful. And next I'm just gonna top up the lipstick with the lip gloss. Last but not least, I'm gonna go in with the Sephora setting spray. This is the Perfection Mist Nude Glow. I just like to mist the sides of my face where I highlight. Do you see that extra glow? It's beautiful. And then for all over, I'm just gonna go in with my MAC Fix Plus setting spray. Okay guys, so there's the final look. It's actually beautiful. I know nobody cares about this MAC collection at this moment, but I just want to say that this MAC collection is actually beautiful. It is gorgeous. As far as the brushes, guys, they worked wonderful. They worked marvelous. I love them. I think these would honestly be my go-to brushes for most of my looks now. As I mentioned, I didn't use the brand new one because I own one already. The M536 is actually perfect. It worked perfect for the under eye concealer area, and it's gorgeous, guys. It did blend out the concealer perfect and I love it. I did use the Y11 to set the under eye area with the concealer. I also used it to dust the setting powder over the areas where I applied the concealer, and it worked perfect. Beautiful again. The contour slash bronzing brush, it's good. It did place the contour. If you have to contour with this, guys, it's actually perfect for contouring, more over so than bronzing. For bronzing, I think you need a little bit more, a wider brush for bronzing, unless if this, you know, after time we're using it constantly, it's spread out a little bit more. That's perfect for bronzing as well. The blush brush, guys, is actually 100% perfect. Perfect. I really do love the placement of the blush, so, and the angle of the brush as well is perfect. I can't speak for the highlighter because this is mine. I didn't get one in the set, although there should be one. I didn't get one. The R39, guys, is actually perfect. I like the fact that it's a bit tapered and the brush is a bit stiff, guys. It's actually perfect for applying the crease area, and this brush is more so for precise placement in the crease area, guys. This is perfect for that. And the M537 is actually softer, so the bristles is actually going to be a lot more better for blending it out instead, like the transition colors and all that stuff. It's a lot softer for blending out, guys. And the E36 is my favorite, guys. This one I actually use for the under eye area to line my lower lash line. It's actually said for just applying color to the eyebrows or the inner corner, but I don't know, I've yet to try it for that reason. I like it for applying the lower lash line. The only brush I didn't use was the M421. This is the concealer brush. Normally when I use a cream product on my eyebrows, then I would go in with a cream concealer to clean up, but since I used the Anastasia brow powder, I didn't need to clean up my eyebrows. With the powder, it's precise placement, so I didn't make any mistakes. So yeah, so with that said, guys, I do love this look. I love both the MAC collection and I love the Laura Lee and Morphe collab with these brushes, guys. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, I love it. So with that said, guys, this is the end of the video. I hope you did enjoy my review of the Laura Lee and Morphe brush set. I hope you don't hesitate to subscribe. I will be forever grateful and thankful and happy and everything this summer. Yeah, so please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button, and also don't forget to check out the description box for my Instagram link, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.